Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to continue with our Halloween horrors dealing with sports. Tonight, the 1962 Mets. Action PC Baseball 2021, the 1962 Mets. Alternate replay, the road to 41. Mets-Dodgers, May 4th, 1962. In our alternate replay, we use as played rosters and transactions, but not as played lineups or as played pitching. I make all those decisions. As we're trying to get to 41 wins, this project's been going on for a little while, can become very frustrating. But we feel it. We feel that we're going to get a win today. As Old Hallow Eve approaches, we will try and slay the Headless Horseman of sports horrors of the past. We will try to resurrect victories long lost in the past to present-day glory, or once again relive the heart-crushing, horrific, bygone failures. Whom shall the bells toll? Join and find out. Old Hallows Eve approaches. Do you hear that sound? The time is now to vanquish, or once again, be vanquished. Joining us here at Dodger Stadium in L.A. in the Time Machine, 1962 May, our good friend Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. Hope all is well. Let's get to some baseball, folks. Our beloved New York Metropolitans are 12-23, while the Dodgers are 26-15. Let's give you the visiting New York Mets starting lineups. Or the starting lineup. Leading off, playing center field, Richie Ashburn, last year in Major League Baseball. Batting second at shortstop, Elio Chacon. At first base, the former Brooklyn Dodger, Gil Hodges. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter. At third base, Felix Mantilla. Batting fifth, at second base, Charlie Neal. In left field, batting sixth, Jim Hickman. In right field, batting seventh, Joe Christopher. Doing the catching with a pop gun arm, Hobie Landreth. I don't even know if we can say he's got a pop gun arm. He's horrible. And on the mound, doing the pitching, Roger Craig. On the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Johnny Padres. In the replay, he is 4-3 with a 3.75. On the mound, defensive range is an 8. Behind the plate, Johnny Roseboro, excellent defensive catcher, 9 range, 7 arm. At third base, Jim Gilliam, 4 range. Maury Wills is a 10 range at short. Larry Burright is a 7 at second. And Ron Fairley is fairly good at first. He's a 6 defensive range. In left field for the Dodgers, Tommy Davis, 8 range, 6 arm. Willie Davis, no, not the football player, is in center for the Dodgers, 8 range, 7 arm. And Hondo, Frank Howard, is in right, 6 range, 5 arm. So Richie Ashburn comes to the plate. He's having a good 1962 in his last year of baseball. 326, 2 homers, and 19 ribbies to face the left-handed Johnny Padres. Lefty-lefty matchup. Ashburn's going to swing away. Roseboro sets the target. The 1962 Mets on their way to 41 wins or more. Maybe. Here's the pitch to Ashburn. Slowly hit the Gilliam. He charges at third. Throws. Stretched by Fairley. Ashburn might have beat this out. And he does not. Ashburn protests the call, but he goes back to the bench, and that's out number 1. Elio Chacon, the Mets shortstop, 217, a homer, and 12 ribbies. The pitch to Elio. Grounder slowly hit the first, fairly backhands. Tosses to Johnny Padres, and they get Chacon by 2 steps. 2 up, 2 down for the New York Metropolitans. And here comes Gil Hodges, and he feasts upon left-handed pitching. Dodger versus Dodger. Former Brooklyn Dodger Johnny Padres against former Brooklyn Dodger Gil Hodges. The pitch to Gil. Hodges rips a shot to left center field. His hot hitting against left-handed pitching continues. 2-out single keeps the inning alive for Felix Mantilla Bay El Gato. 316, 2 home runs, and 22 ribbies for Mantilla. Fairly, for some reason, is holding on a very slow Gil Hodges at first. Padres smirks at his former teammate, now looks in at Roseboro. The pitch to Mantilla. Oh, what a slide step. Hodges almost gets caught. Wow. So Hodges better pay attention at first. It'd be quite embarrassing to get picked off with such a short lead. Now the pitch homeward bound to Mantilla. Mantilla swings, sends that ball deep center field. Davis looking up, and he no, it's off the wall. Hodges will hit third, and they're going to wave him here. And Mantilla will stay at second. The relay by Maury Wills. Hodges goes in hard to Roseboro, and he's safe. Back-to-back hits with 2 outs, and the New York Metropolitans, the Go-Go Mets, are up 1-0. Let's watch that replay. Booyah. Davis was going back. He leaped. Could not get the ball off the wall. Hodges off on contact. Is waved around. Slides in safely under the tag of Roseboro. 1-0 New York Metropolitans. So a good start for the Mets. The Mets lead the major leagues in runs scored. Now it's 200 and, over 200 runs. I think 218, 219, 221, I don't know. We lead the league in runs scored. However, we also lead the league in runs given up. And we've given up a lot. My God, if I could have the Yankees' 4th pitcher, I could have won more games. So Mantilla's at second. Neal comes to the plate. Charlie Neal, second baseman, 273, 3 home runs, 24 ribbies. Roseboro sets the target. Hodges is ready. He rocks and deals to Neal. Neal swings, and he sends that ball to left. Mantilla's going to hit third. Davis puts a charge on, and Mantilla will score. So after 2 quick outs, the Mets get 3 consecutive hits, and they are up 2-0 again. These Mets can score. They just cannot pitch. Also joining us here in Los Angeles with our good friend SteelerFan 1933, a.k.a. Matt, Captain Carl 8. Hope all is well. As Captain Carl says, if this team plays like the actual team, then you are going to need a month's supply of bromo. Casey Stengel said that he found more ways to lose than he knew existed. Well, we score more runs than Casey Stengel, as we put together good hitting lineups. The Mets can hit a little bit. Our pitching is god-awful. I'm not joking. We lead the league in runs scored. Major leagues, not just the National League, the major leagues. We also lead the league in runs given up. 2 outs, Neal at first, fairly holding him on. And here's Jim Hickman, 293, a homer, and 4 ribbies. Padres is in a pickle, down 2-0. The pitch to Hickman. Hickman rips a shot, left center field gap. Neal hits second, should head to third, and he does. 4 consecutive hits now for the Metropolitans, and that will bring up the right fielder for the Mets, Joe Christopher. Christopher, in limited at-bats, is hitting .750 with 4 ribbies. The pitch to Christopher from Padres. And they hit Christopher. Christopher has a few choice words for Johnny Padres. So the bases are juiced with Metropolitans. 2-0 Mets. 2 outs top of the first, to the shock and chagrin of the Dodger fans who haven't really arrived yet, as it's still early in the game. Neal at third, Hickman at second, Christopher with a nice little welt on the side of his back at first. That will bring up Hobie Landreth. He's batting .343 with a ribby, 17 RBIs. Landreth likes to hit off left-handed pitching even though he's a left-handed batter. Oops, didn't want to do that. Let's go over here. In the replay, he's batting .316. In reality, against lefties, he batted .400. Hobie's having quite a good year. The pitch to Landreth, no place to put him. Grounder back to Padres. He throws to Fairley, and the side is retired. The Mets leave him stranded, but they get 2 runs with 2 outs. 2-0 Metropolitans. We go to the bottom of the first, and the frightening Roger Craig will be on the mound for the Mets. Roger Craig is 0-2 with a 4.73 ERA in the replay. Let's give you the Dodgers batting order. Maury Wills leads things off at short, followed by the third baseman, Jim Gilliam. Batting third in center field, Willie Davis. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder, Tommy Davis. Ron Fairley plays first and bats fifth. Hondo, Frank Howard's in right. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Johnny Roseboro. At second, batting eighth, Larry Burright. Batting ninth, the man who gave up the 2 runs with 2 outs, Johnny Padres, the pitcher. Roger Craig on the mound is an 8 defensive range. Behind the plate, Hobie Landreth is god-awful, 3 range, 1 arm. Mantia's a 6 range at third. Chacon's a 5 at short. Charlie Neal, pretty good at second, 8 range. And Gil Hodges, even at this advanced age, is an 8 range at first. In left field, Hickman's a 2 range, 5 arm. Ashburn, 6 range, 5 arm in center. And Joe Christopher is a 4 range, 4 arm in right. So here's Maury Wills. Wills batting .366, no home runs, 15 ribbies. Excellent bunter. Corners will move in. The pitch to Wills. Smacks it to Chacon. Strong throw by the shortstop to Hodges. 1 down. Good job by Roger Craig to get the speedy Maury Wills. Another left-handed stick stepping to the plate. Jim Gilliam, third baseman for the Dodgers, .281, a home run and 23 ribbies. Has a pretty good chance of getting on or walking. Landreth sets the target. The pitch to Gilliam from Craig. Fly ball, shallow right. Coming in is Joe Christopher, and he makes the catch. 2 away. This is where the Dodgers got in trouble in the top of the first. Craig and the Mets want to avoid that. They need to get Willie Davis, the Dodgers center fielder, .321, 8 homers, 28 ribbies. Another left-handed stick in this lineup. He handles the bat well. 8-rated bunter, but we're going to keep the infield at normal. The pitch to Willie Davis. He reached for it, popped up right side. Neal and Gil Hodges start to converge. I believe it'll be Hodges. He's calling for it, and Gil makes the catch. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. We go to the top of the second. Mets looking for win number 13 on their way to 41 victories. 2-0 Metropolitans. Due up for the Metsies, Craig, and then the top of the order, Ashburn and Chacon. Roger Craig, well, he stinks at the plate. He's going to be taking. Padres deals quickly to Craig. And that's a ball. Craig puts that bat on his shoulders. And that's another ball. Craig puts the bat on his shoulders and then shuts his eyes. And there's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. He'll take again. 2-2 count. Craig chokes up on the bat. Roseboro sets up inside. Padres rocks and deals. Swing and a miss. Out number 1. Top of the order, Richie Ashburn. Ashburn is 0 for 1. The pitch to Richie. And Richie works a walk. So Ashburn at first with 1 out for Elio Chacon. Chacon is 0 for 1. The pitch to Elio. And he rips a shot to left. Davis fields it. Ashburn hits second. Takes a wide turn and will hold as a throw goes into Gilliam. So Ashburn at second. Chacon at first. 1 out for Gil Hodges. Hodges singled to left. He has a chance to knock in his 12th run. Padres on the ropes again. The Mets really do well against left-handed pitching. The pitch from Padres to his former Brooklyn Dodger teammate, Gil Hodges. And that ball gets away from Johnny Roseboro. Ashburn goes to third. Chacon goes to second. 2 ducks on the pond for Gil Hodges now. 3-2 count. Hodges steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. Roseboro wiggles the fingers. Johnny Padres nods his head. The pitch again to Gil Hodges. Hodges rips a shot to left field. Ashburn scores. Chacon hits third, and he will hold. 3-0 Dodgers. Gil Hodges is 2 for 2. How do you do? So with 1 out, Felix Mantilla steps to the plate. Mantilla Bay, El Gato, he doubled in a run. Looking for his second ribby. Double play will get the Dodgers out of this mess. The pitch to Mantilla. Mantilla sends that ball deep to left. Davis going back. He makes the catch. Chacon should tag, and he does. 4-0 Mets. As Hodges retreats to first, Mantilla picks up his second ribby. I'm telling you, our beloved 1962 Mets with my lineups, we can score. We can't pitch, but we can sure score. Here's Charlie Neal. Neal's 1 for 1 with a ribby. Padres might not be long for this game. Johnny's ready to work to Charlie. Pitch homeward bound to Neal. And he strikes him out, but the Mets put up another deuce. We go to the bottom of the second. 4-0 Metropolitan. Due up for the Dodgers, Davis, Fairley, and Howard to face Roger Craig. Tommy Davis, 366, 6 home runs, 34 ribbies. He handles the bat well. Good bunter, but we're going to keep the infield, outfield straightaway and normal. Doesn't walk too much. Let's see if we can get him to chase. Hobie Landreth sets up outside, down and away. Here's the pitch. And line foul. He went with the pitch on the 2-1 count. It's 2-2 now to Tommy. Davis steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. And again, Landreth sets up low and away. And he pulls that ball to left. Excellent piece of hitting by Tommy Davis. Hickman fields it and throws it back in. Davis practically automatic to steal second base. Craig throws over. Hodges puts the tag down on him, and Davis cuts his lead slightly. Ron Fairley steps to the plate. Hondo on deck. Fairley 240, 3 homers, and 12 ribbies. We go pitch out. Davis stays put. Now the pitch to Fairley. Fairley grounds it to Craig. No, pass Craig. Chacon flips to Neal. Neal on to Hodges. Double play. What a nifty play by the Metropolitans infield. And who's hurt? Someone is hurt. Craig is injured. but he's staying in the game. And it looks like there'll be no effect. Thank God, because we used up our bullpen in the last game. Let's watch that replay. Very well done by the Mets middle infielders here. Craig does not make the play, and it probably was a good thing. Chacon fields it near the bag, flips to Neal, who pivots and throws to Hodges, the pitcher's best friend. 6-4-3, double play. 2 outs, base is empty for the dangerous Frank Howard. 218, a homer, and 9 ribbies, but Big Frank can hit him out at any time in the game. Pitch around to Hondo. He reaches for it, fly ball to left. Hickman going back a bit, reaches up, and he makes the catch. Good job by the Mets in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third, 4-0 New York Mets. The road to 41 continues. Due up for the Metropolitans, Hickman, Christopher, and Landreth. Hickman's 1 for 1. Johnny Padres back on the mound, looks in at his battery mate, Roseboro. Now the pitch to Hickman, and he strikes out Hickman. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Good movement on that fastball from Johnny Padres. 1 out, no one on for Joe Christopher. Christopher was hit by a pitch. Not a happy camper. Christopher digs in, leans out over the plate, daring Padres to do it again. There's some chirping from the Mets dugout towards Gianni. Padres rocks and deals to Joe Christopher. Fly ball, right center, and Davis makes the running catch. It was sinking quick, but Willie Davis got there for out number 2. Here's the Mets catcher, Hobie Landreth. 6-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Hobie, lefty-lefty matchup. And Hobie, 7th game hitting streak. He goes right back up the middle through the wickets. Inning stays alive for Roger Craig. At least he won't be leading off the next inning. And we're going to let Craig swing away. And he strikes out promptly. We go to the bottom of the third, 4-0 Mets. Good news is it'll be the top of the order for the Mets in the top of the fourth. Due up for the Dodgers, trailing by 4, Roseboro, Burright, and Johnny Padres. Roseboro hitting .245, 2 homers and 17 ribbies, left-handed batter. Craig is ready. He deals to Johnny Roseboro. And that's a base hit to right. Could be 2. Christopher throws to Chacon. And Roseboro with an excellent slide. A leadoff double. Here come the Dodgers. Larry Burright steps to the plate. .246, a home run and 7 ribbies. Johnny Padres on deck. Craig rubs up the baseball. Peeks over his shoulder, now looks in at the plate. He rocks and deals to Burright. Fly ball left field. Hickman going back, and he makes the catch. Tagging and going to third is Johnny Roseboro. A fine running catch to the gap by Hickman. 1 out, Roseboro at third. And here's Johnny Padres. He's actually hitting .348 with a ribby. What did he hit in real life? Wow, he is hitting quite well. In real life, he batted .159. Craig needs to get Padres here, his counterpart. Padres digs in, left-handed batter. Landreth sets up inside. Craig rocks and deals. And there's a base hit. He punches it to left, helps his own cause. 4-1. So the Dodgers get on the board, and it's Johnny Padres who helps himself. Mets lead down to 3, top of the order, Maury Wills. Wills is a speedster. 0 for 1, he grounded to short. Craig throws over. Hodges applies the tag. Padres gets back. He actually had to dive back. Now the pitch to Wills. Grounder. Second, Neal to Chacon. But Wills gets on at first. No relay throw. They didn't have a shot at Maury. 2 outs. Wills definitely a base-stealing threat. Gilliam at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Joining us here in L.A., Philip Reynolds. and D. Scott Howard. As D. Scott Howard says, Roseboro is my favorite Dodger. You know who doesn't feel like he's his favorite Dodger? Juan Marichal. All right. Hope everyone's doing well as we continue our Old Hallow Eves horrific games and teams or horrific events in this month of October. 2 outs, Wills at first, the pitch to Gilliam. There goes Maury Wills. Landreth throws down. It'll be a miracle if they get him, and they don't. That's Wills' 30th stolen base. He's in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Wills will be off on contact. The pitch around to Gilliam, and we walked him. Gilliam doesn't chase. Tying run comes to the plate in Willie Davis. Davis is 0 for 1. Craig deals quickly to Davis. And ground ball past Hodges into right field. Christopher bobbles it. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. Davis going to third. It's a triple. The Dodgers get 3 in this inning. They have cut the Mets' lead to 1. Here's the video replay. Davis rips it past Hodges. Christopher had a little bit of difficulty. And by the time he corrals it and fires the ball back in, a pop-up slide at third, Davis has a triple and 2 ribbies. Tying run 90 feet away. Stepping to the plate, Tommy Davis. He's 1 for 1. On deck, Ron Fairley. The pitch to Tommy. Grounder to Chacon. At short, strong throw to Hodges, and that's out number 3. The Mets cling to a 1-run lead. Top of the 4th, 4-3, New York Metropolitans. Due up for the baby Mets, Ashburn, Chacon, and Gil Hodges to face Johnny Padres. Richie Ashburn 0 for 1 with a walk. Lefty-lefty matchup. Roseboro wiggles the fingers, sets the target, the pitch to Richie Ashburn. Ashburn grounds it to Burright at second, who throws to Fairley, and Ashburn's out by a few steps. 1 out, base is empty for Elio Chacon. He's 1 for 2. The pitch to Elio, and he goes down via the K, swing and a miss on a good fastball, had excellent movement. 2 outs, base is empty for the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour, Gil Hodges. Hodges 2 for 2, 2 singles and a ribby. Can he go yard for his 4th home run? He's owned his former teammate so far. Padres is ready. The high leg kick and the pitch to Hodges. Hodges 3 for 3. Singles to left. Inning stays alive for Felix Mantilla Bay, El Gato. He's 1 for 1. He's doubled in a run, and then hit a sac fly to knock in his 2nd. The pitch to Mantilla. Mantilla grounds it to Fairley. Fairley takes it to the bag himself. Side is retired. The 2-out single by Hodges does no damage. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-3 Mets. Due up for the Dodgers. Fairley, Howard, and Roseboro. Johnny Roseboro is D. Scott Howard's favorite Dodger. D. Scott Howard says, Marichal is my least favorite Giant. Ron Fairley is 0 for 1. The pitch from Craig to Fairley. Outside corner, he pulls it to Neal. He makes a diving play from his knees. He throws to Hodges, out number 1. Great play by Charlie Neal. That'll bring big Frank Howard to the plate. Hondo's 0 for 1. The pitch to Big Frank. Inside corner, he rips it to left. He's digging for 2. Hickman throws, and Hondo has a 1-out double. Tying run in scoring position, the lumbering Frank Howard. That brings Johnny Roseboro to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He doubled to right center. The pitch to Johnny. Line shot. Right field. Christopher makes the catch on the sinking line drive. Quickly getting back to second is Hondo. As Philip Reynolds says, go Howard. 2 outs, tying run at second in Frank Howard. He'll be off on contact. Burright at the plate. Johnny Padres on deck. We're going to walk Burright intentionally, even though Padres got a hit. We're going to go after the pitcher. So, the intentional walk to Burright. He's at first. Frank Howard's at second. Johnny Padres could tie the game. He's 1 for 1. Single RBI. The pitch to Padres from Craig. Grounder slowly to second. Come on, Neil. Neil flips to Hodges. And the inning is over. So the strategy worked. We go to the top of the 5th. Our beloved New York Mets cling to a 1-run lead, 4-3. We have 12 wins on the road to 41 or more on this old Hallows Eve. Due up for the Mets, Neil, Hickman, and Christopher to face Johnny Padres. He had 2 tough innings to begin with. Mets scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, but only goose eggs in the third and fourth. They'd like to reverse the trend. Neil's 1 for 2. The lefty Padres looks in, picks up the sign from Roseboro. He rocks and deals to Charlie Neal. Neal grounds it right side, fairly backhands, tosses to Padres covering the bag, 1 away. As Philip Reynolds says, Frank Howard is on my inside pitch team. Good hit. Very good ball player, Frank Howard. Big Frank. He actually was a coach with the Mets. I don't know if he ever was the manager. He might have managed the Mets when they fired the other manager. And he might have took over in the interim. He was a big man. Took no nonsense. No nonsense, Frank Howard. Jim L., how you doing? Hope all is well for our good friend Jim L. So with 1 out, Jim Hickman steps to plate. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Padres works quickly to Hickman. And Hickman works a walk. Good job. D. Scott Howard says, Frank Howard had a stretch of largely overlooked great seasons with the lowly Senators. He was a very good... He was a good player. A good player. And he was not that horrific in the outfield when he was younger. He made the plays he was supposed to make. 1 out, 1 on for Joe Christopher. Christopher was hit by a pitch and flew out to shallow right. We're going to play hit and run. There goes the runner. Christopher sends that ball deep down the left field line. Davis makes the catch. Oh, no. Quickly retreating back to first is Hickman. Davis with a fine running catch in the corner. Had that gotten away from him, Hickman probably would have scored all the way from first on the hit and run. So 2 outs. Disappointed Mets dugout. Going back to it was Christopher. He gave it a beautiful bid on the hit and run. Here's Hobie Landreth. He's 1 for 2. And we're playing hit and run with 2 outs. And Landreth, fly ball, shallow right towards the line, and Hondo runs out of real estate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hit and run again with 2 outs. The throw down, and Hickman is gunned out. Let's watch that video replay. A good throw by Johnny Roseboro. Maury Wills applies the tag. For some odd reason, the photos, when you do replays, are not correct. Jim L. has hit me with a super chat. Well, thank you very much, my friend. There is no need to do that. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much to Jim L. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm here to entertain. Wow. Jim L. has been with us for quite a while. That's really nice, Jim L. So, 1 ball, no strikes. Maury Wills at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Corners will move in. The pitch to Wills from Craig. That's a base hit to left. He just smacked that ball the other way. Thank you very much, Jamel. I love you too, my friend. And I love all of our great members in our community. Sometimes we razz each other and get a little chippy, but I love you all. Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate your time. tying run at first, and the speedy Maury Wills, well, he's pretty much going to steal second. We might as well not even throw, because Landreth will probably throw it into the outfield. We're going to try to throw over. Maybe we get lucky and we pick him off. There's a throw over, and Wills gets back, shortens his lead only slightly. Here's the pitch out. There goes Wills. Landreth throws it down, and Maury Wills has stolen base number 31. Tying run in scoring position, no outs. Gilliam 1-0 count. The pitch to Jim Gilliam. And he goes down swinging. They said he checked it, but it doesn't matter because the man behind the plate rung him up. Fastball outside corner. Good job by Landreth of framing it. That'll bring up Willie Davis. Davis is 1 for 2. Popped out and tripled in 2 runs. The pitch to Willie. Grounder right side. Neal takes his time, throws to Hodges. 2 down. Wills advances to third. He is 90 feet away from tying this game. Tommy Davis, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Tommy Davis, 1 for 2. Okay, well, he grounded to short. That's all we see. He also has a hit. On deck is Fairley. We don't want to really face Fairley. Craig has to bear down here, clinging to a 1-run lead. Pitch around. Oh, and he rips it to left. Wills easily scores from third. It's tied at 4. Craig got too much of the plate on that pitch. And Davis ripped it to left. 4-4, 2 outs. Davis, a base-stealing threat at first. And here's Ron Fairley's 0 for 2. Pickoff attempt. And Davis gets back. Here's the pitch out. There. No, Davis doesn't go. 1-0 count. The pitch to Fairley. Grounder slowly to third. Mantilla charges. Long throw. Hodges with the stretch. Did they get Fairley? Yes! Good job by Mantilla and Gil Hodges, but the Dodgers tie it on the Davis single. We go to the top of the 6th. We're knotted at 4 at Dodger Stadium. 64 degrees, clear skies, winds 12 miles per hour out to center. Due up for the Mets, now in a tie ball game. Landreth, Craig, and Richie Ashburn. Hobie, Landreth, God, I can't say that name, is 1 for 2. The pitch from Padres to Hobie. Grounder right side, Burright, Fairley, 1 down. Craig has thrown 73 pitches so far, and we really cannot go to our bullpen because it's pretty much exhausted. We actually beat the Dodgers. I think we beat them last game offline. I used a lot of my bullpen to get that win. Every win is precious. Anytime you are even close to getting a win with the Mets, you got to go all out like it's Game 7. And after the game, stick with us. I'll show you how many runs we have scored. I've posted in a couple of Facebook group pages, Digital to Dice, and Dave Little's Facebook group page. But I'll show everyone after the game. Craig's 0 for 2. He awaits the Padres' offering. Pitch homeward bound. And he strikes out for the 3rd time. 2 outs, top of the order for Richie Ashburn. Richie's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. In between those, he's walked. Ashburn looking for his first hit. Batting average .322. Lefty-lefty matchup. Roseboro goes through the signs. Padres nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Richie Ashburn. And he goes down via the K. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-4 here at Dodger Stadium. Due up for L.A. Howard, Roseboro, and Burright to face Roger Craig. Hondo's 1 for 2. Flown out and doubled. The pitch to Big Frank. And there's base hit number 2. And it's a double to right center. So 2 hits are 2 doubles. Go ahead run at second, the lumbering Frank Howard. Jim L says the Mets are playing tough. Yes, they are, Jim L. Johnny Roseborough's 1 for 2. Craig spins. He throws. Neal works him behind Howard, and Howard gets back. Now the pitch to the plate in Roseborough. And Roseborough singles to right. Christopher puts a charge on it. Will we have a play at the plate? Will we have a play at the plate? We're throwing. Christopher fires to Landreth. And Hondo. Oh, he knocks the ball away. Roseborough advances to second. And on to third by the time the Mets catcher retrieves the ball. And it's 5-4. Dodgers. Let's watch that video replay. Christopher put a good charge on it. And Hondo was flying. I know it's a pitcher of Maury Wills, but it's Hondo. The lumbering Frank Howard went in hard. It was more like a football roll into Landreth. And Landreth, the ball got away from him. And by the time it was all said and done, Johnny Roseborough stands at third. Burright at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Infield moves in. The pitch to Burright. Line shot to left. Hickman makes the catch for the first out, but easily scoring from third is Roseborough. And it's now 6-4 Dodgers. Johnny Padres 1 for 2. The pitch to Padres. Fouls it back to the screen. 2-2 count. Craig deals quickly to Padres. Grounds it to Chacon at short. He backhands. Strong throw to Hodges. 2 down. 2 down. As D. Scott Howard says, that's Mets baseball. It sure is. Maury Wills 1 for 3 with 2 stolen bases. Corners move in. The pitch to Maury. Fly ball, right field, shallow, moving towards the line is Christopher. He runs out of real estate. 1-2 count. Will steps back in the box. Infield goes back to normal. Craig rubs up the baseball, back up on the bump. He's now given up 6 runs. Mets trail by 2. Craig's ready to work. The windup and the pitch to Maury Wills. And Wills drops the bunt with 2 strikes. And everyone gets caught with their pants down and watching the paint dry. So Maury Wills picks up his... And they're going to actually give an error on Neal. That's a tough error to give on Charlie Neal when everyone was sitting there picking their nose. So Wills at first for Jim Gilliam, who's 0 for 2. Craig throws over. Maury Wills gets back. Here's the pitch out. Wills doesn't go. Craig throws over. Fans here getting restless. The pitch to Gilliam. And he rips it to right. Christopher puts a charge on it, but again he fumbles around with the ball. Wills will score, and it's another triple. 7-4. Mets pitching. Well, it's Mets pitching. It's definitely horrific. 7-4 Dodgers, and once 4-0 lead has dissipated, as the Mets now trail by 3. Willie Davis at the plate. The pitch to Willie. And he got jammed. Popped up left side. Elio Chacon waving his arms in the air. Outfield grass, waiting for the ball to come down. Please catch it, Elio. Please catch it. And Chacon catches it. But the Dodgers get 3 runs and take the lead 7-4, top of the 7th. A tired Johnny Padres is sent back out to the mound by the Dodger manager. He will face Chacon, Hodges, and Mantilla. The pitch to Elio Chacon. Chacon grounds it to third. Gilliam charges, throws to Fairley, and that's out number 1. Gil Hodges 3 for 3, looking to go 4 for 4. Roseborough sets up inside against Hodges. Padres rocks and fires. And Hodges is 4 for 4, another single to left. Here come the Metropolitans. The Dodgers and Mets are the 2 highest scoring teams in baseball, and they're showing you why. The Dodgers pitch much better than the Mets, though, and that's why the records are tremendously different. Coming into pitch is Ed Roebuck. So Johnny Padres' day is done. As it states, Hodges has 4 hits. Ed Roebuck comes in. 2 wins, 1 loss, 5.09 ERA. Padres did not pitch well, but he's in line for the win. Felix Mantilla up, righty-righty matchup, 1 for 2. The pitch to Mantilla Bay. Grounder, right side, Fairley. Takes it to the bag himself. He thought about trying for 2. Took the sure out. Hodges at second. For Charlie Neal. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Hold on a second. Well, we're not going to take Neal out anyway. Need to get this running. Hodges does not hit righties at all. And he's slow. Do we want to waste Ron Keneal? No. Hodges will stay at second. 2 outs. He should get that extra step. The pitch from Roebuck to Charlie Neal. And he strikes him out. Hodges is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Let's get in the rhythm. Don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for the Dodgers. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. The organist was awful. Bum, 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 bum. Or it could have been me. It's probably me. So 7-4 Dodgers. Craig back up on the bump. He's been bad, as usual. He's going to face Davis, Fairley, and Hondo, Frank Howard. Tommy Davis won 2 for 3. I wish he was 1 for 3. The pitch to Tommy. Grounder up the middle. Chacon charges behind the mound. Fires to Hodges. 1 down. Nice play by Elio Chacon. As Jim L says, congrats to your Red Sox, Al. My Braves are going to the National League Championship Series. Woohoo! Excellent. Maybe they shall meet in the Fall Classic, my friend. Ron Fairley's 0 for 3. Landreth sets up inside. Craig rocks and deals. Got too much of the plate there. Fly ball, right field. That's carrying down the line. Christopher in the corner. And he reaches out and makes the catch. Nice job by Joe Christopher. He's been a bit of an adventure in that right field corner today, but he made the play there. 2 outs, bases empty. 7-4 Dodgers. And here's Hondo. Big Frank. 2 for 3. The pitch to Hondo. And Neal will boot it. That should have been out number 3. Neal kicks the dirt in disgust as he picks up the ball. 3rd error for the Mets. The 3rd error for the Mets. Inning stays alive for Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro was doubled, lined to right, and singled in a run. Actually, he didn't get an RBI because they're going to say Hondo scored on the outfield error. No, he does get a ribby. Hondo scores, outfield error, Roseboro to 3rd. I believe that's how it went. Craig, 105 pitches, good for 140. The pitch to Johnny Roseboro. Fly ball right field. Christopher going back. Make the catch, Joe, and he does. Side is retired. Coming in at 3rd base for the Dodgers, Daryl Spencer. So Spencer is a 7 defensive range at 3rd. I was going to see what his fielding percentage was, but I can't. I guess I could do it over here, but why? So now it's Spencer at 3rd. Roebuck back on the mound. He got the last out in the top of the 7th. We're in the top of the 8th. 7-4 Dodgers. It's Hickman, Christopher, and Landreth. Hickman. I clicked on the wrong one. Hickman against righties. Not as good. It's the 8th. About the same, 242. Here comes our big Frank Thomas. No, not that Frank Thomas. He'll pinch it and stay in left field. Roebuck to Frank Thomas, who's hitting 246, 13 homers, 35 ribbies. The pitch to big Frank Thomas, and he strikes out with a mighty swing. 1 out for Joe Christopher. He's 0 for 2. Christopher's going to try to put a bunt down here. Pretty good bunt. Roebuck bounces off the mound, throws to Burright, and they get Christopher. 2 outs, bases empty for Hobie Landreth. He's 1 for 3. The pitch to Hobie. Grounder to third. Spencer backhands across the diamond of Fairley. 1-2-3, go the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-4 Dodgers. What looked like we possibly had win number 13 is gone by the boards, folks. If it had been only a 4-inning game, we would have been victorious 4-3. Craig appears strong. Are you out of your mind? He's god-awful. He's given up 7 runs. I don't want to go to the bullpen because we overuse our stinky bullpen already. He will face Burright, Roebuck, and Maury Wills. The pitch to Burright, 0 for 1. We're missing a fielder. Oh, like it matters. And we will put Big Frank. Where's Big Frank? Come on, Big Frank. There you go. Frank Thomas, 7 range, 3 arm. The pitch to Burright. Pops it up left side. Mantilla moving into foul territory. Will he have room? It's hanging up there. Mantilla trying to get over and reach into that dugout. Oh, and he runs out of room. 1-2 count. Craig on the bump. Nods his head. Landreth sets the target. The pitch to Burright. And there's a base hit to left. You know why? Because it's Roger Craig. Throws over, and Burright gets back. Here's the pitch out. Oh, they're going to go with a pinch runner. Oh, pinch hitter, Walls. Lee Walls, 154 and a ribby. Pitch out. Burright doesn't go. Now the pitch to Walls. And, of course, he rips a double to center. 154. He doubles. Everyone gets sweet on Mets pitching of 1962. Our good friend Uncle Dave Little has joined us. Hope all is well to the fine doctor. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel, Dave Little. Lots of good stuff on there. Wrestling, basketball, his journey with Jesus. I like everything. It's all good. Do we stick with Craig? Why not? Here's the pitch to Maury Wills, 1 for 4. Wills swings. Shortstop. No. Get the first out at first. And Wills is out, 6-3. Burright scores. It's now 8-4. Dodgers. And we finally have an out. I'll bring up Daryl Spencer. He came in for Gilliam. The pitch to Spencer. Base hit, right side. Walls scores. Everyone gets healthy against Mets pitching. And now what once was a Mets lead, a close game, is now a blowout for the Dodgers, 9-4. But the Mets have rallied before. The pitch to Willie Davis with 1 out. Davis sends that ball deep down the left field line. Thomas on the move in the corner, makes the catch. Retreating to first is Spencer. 2 down. The Mets are in it, well, to try to win it. Here's Tommy Davis, 2 for 4. Craig deals to Tommy. Base hit down the right field line. That's going to score run number 9. Christopher having trouble in the corner. Spencer scores all the way from first. Another triple for the Dodgers. Yes, pop-up slide. They have 3 triples, I do believe. It's 10-4. If I could hit a batter, I would. Craig, you stay out there to take your beating. The pitch to Fairley, who's 0 for 4. Fairley grounds it back to Craig. He's going to get razzed in the clubhouse. He's 0 for 5 off Roger Craig, where everyone else is just beating him like a piñata. 10-4, top of the 9th. The new pitcher for the Dodgers is Larry Sherry, the righty. 2 wins, 2 losses, no saves. 1.35 ERA in the replay. Whip below 1. He throws strikes. Craig will not hit. So he's a righty. Now let's go with a miracle comeback. He is a right-handed pitcher. We're going to go with Harry Chitty. How's your day, Harry? Chitty. Harry Chitty. All right, here we go. Harry Chitty to pinch hit. The pitch from Sherry to Chitty. And he pops it up. At least he made contact. Burright waiting for the ball to come down. It's pretty high up there. Fairly making fart sounds at first, but Burright makes the catch. Not amused with Fairly making fart sounds while the ball was in the air. Not amused with his teammate at all. And Fairly looks at him and goes, pfft. Top of the order, Richie Ashburn's 0 for 3. Sherry to Ashburn. And Ashburn, shallow center. Willie Davis comes flying in. He makes the catch. 2 away. And once again, Fairly calls Burright, the second baseman, and goes to him. Burright not very amused with that. So it's up to Elio Chacon. Drag bunt. Chacon drops down a good one. Roseboro pounces on it, throws to Burright as Fairly goes, and the ball game is over. Ron Fairly just having a good old time at first, laughing. The Mets once had a 4-0 lead, fall to defeat 10-4. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'm going to show you that we do score runs, and we're the second highest scoring team because the Dodgers will overtake us with 10 runs. So we lose. And I hit OK, and now the thing pops up. God, was that weird. Let's go to the recap. The Dodgers scored a lot. The Mets scored 4. That's enough of the recap. 10-4 Dodgers. Again, the Mets had a 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the third. Dodgers got 3 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth, 3 in the eighth, 10-4. Say no more. Johnny Padres was not good, but he gets his 5th win against 3 losses. And Roger Craig, well, he stinks. He's 0-3. Let's go to the pitching. Craig went the distance. At least we didn't have to use our bullpen. 8 innings, 14 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned. Mets also committed 3 errors. Walked 2, struck out 1. Johnny Padres, 6 1/3, 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 7. Roebuck, an inning and 2/3, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And Larry Sherry, the man with a boy's first name and a girl's last name, 1 inning, clean slate, no walks, no Ks. Let's go to the batting. Mets had 9 hits. Ashburn didn't have any of them. He was 0 for 4 with a run scored, a walk, and a K. Now batting .318. Elio Chacon 1 for 5 with a run scored and a strikeout, batting .216. Gil Hodges murders left-handed pitching. 4 for 4, a run and a ribby. Now batting .389. Mantilla 1 for 3 with a run scored and 2 ribbies. He doubled, batting .316. Charlie Neal 1 for 4 with a ribby and 2 strikeouts, .273. Hickman 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. He's batting .300. Thomas came in to pinch hit. He was 0 for 1. He struck out, batting .245 now. Christopher 0 for 3, and he was an adventure in right field. He's batting .545. Hobie Landreth 1 for 4, batting .340. Roger Craig, well, he stinks. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He did not contribute anything but a stomach ache for me. He's batting .071. And Chitty, well, he had a Chitty at bat. He was 0 for 1. He popped out. Or did he strike out? Anyway, he was out. He's batting .250. The Dodgers, in their victory, they now move to 27-15 as the Mets drop 12 games below 500. They're 12-24 on our road to 41. Dodgers, Maury Wills 1 for 5. 3 runs scored. He had a ribby. He's now batting .361. Gilliam, 1 for 3. A run scored, a ribby, a walk, and a strikeout. He had a triple. He's batting .282. Dodgers had 3 triples. Spencer came in defensively and became 1 for 1 with a run scored and a ribby. He's batting .250. Willie Davis 1 for 5 with 2 ribbies, a triple, and he's batting .316. Tommy Davis 3 for 5, 2 ribbies, and a triple. He's batting .373. Ron Fairly, besides the pitchers, is the only, Ron Fairley is the only position player not to get a hit. He is going to get quite a razzing. And plus, he was annoying Burright with fart sounds at first base. So Fairley was 0 for 5. He's now batting .225. Hondo, Big Frank Howard, 2 for 4, runs scored. And he had two lumbering doubles. He's now batting .232. His bat's getting hot for the Dodgers. Roseboro, D. Scott Howard's favorite Dodger, was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, a ribby, and a double. .254. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll show you the standings and some other things. Burright, who says he's going to punch Fairley in the face when they get in the clubhouse for the fart sounds, and Fairley looked at him right back to him. 1 for 2 with a run scored, a ribby, and a walk. He's batting .254. Johnny Padres, the pitcher, 1 for 3 with a ribby, and he's miraculously batting .346 somehow. Roebuck pitch did not hit. Walls, the pinch hitter, who was batting .154 before he came to the plate against Roger Craig, actually he doubled. What the hell am I saying? He doubled and scored. He's now batting .185. Larry Sherry, first name male, last name female, pitch did not hit. So there you have it. Mets take it on the chin, 10-4. Let's bring this up. Why won't they? There we go. Oh boy, all kinds of issues. All right, so the Yankees lead the American League by 3 games over the Twins. They're 23-13. And why is it doing that? It cut off the pitchers. So we're just going to do something real quick. Go like that, and then go like that. All right, let's go play. Close. There we go. Oh, my Lord. Baltimore 3.5 back. They're 20-17. The Red Sox, surprisingly, 21-18, 3.5 back. Angels are playing tough. They're only 4 back. Detroit's 4.5 back. Cleveland 7 back. Chicago White Sox 7.5. Kansas City and Washington both 8.5 back. The Dodgers have a 1.5 lead over the Pirates, as they're now 27-15, as we stated. Cincinnati, 3.5 back. San Francisco, who really did win the National League, 4.5 back, but it's still early. We've really only played, well, San Francisco's only played 43 games. Milwaukee, 5 back. St. Louis at 500, 19-19, 6 back. The Cubs, 7 back. Houston, Colt 45s, 8.5 back. Philadelphia and the New York Mets, both 12 back. Let's show you something pretty interesting here. So the Dodgers have scored 223 runs. I'm not joking when I say I can score runs. Our pitching is horrific, though. We're only 2 behind them. The Mets have scored 221 runs, but we've given up 273. We can score runs. If I just had one mediocre pitcher, I could get the 41 wins. Just one mediocre pitcher. So again, we're second in the major leagues in runs scored, only 2 behind the Dodgers. And we are the worst pitching team known to mankind. At home, we're 5-13. On the road, we're 7-11. In the division, well, there's only one. It's one big league, a National League. Against lefties, even though we hit them well, we're only 1-8. Righties, we're 11-16. 1-run games, we're 2-7. Extra innings, we're 1-3. So again, I can hit the ball. Captain Carl 8 says, Harry Chitty was acquired from the Indians for a player to be named later. He played so bad that he was returned to the Indians as a player to be named. Oh, that is funny. The first major league player to be traded for himself. He played quite chitty, that's for sure. That's awesome. Great info there. That's pretty funny. All right, so I can score runs. I can come up with a competent lineup. I wish I could have the Yankees' 6th best pitcher, and he'd be better than any of the crap that the Mets had in 62. So let's close that. Mickey Mantle's batting .350. Followed by Floyd Robinson for the White Sox, .348. Al Kaline, .338. Who's leading in home runs? Wagner with 14 for the Angels, Mantle with 12 with the Yankees, Killebrew with 12, K-Line with 12, and Gentile with Baltimore. Jim, it is Jim Gentile, okay. He's got 10. Ralph Terry has 7 wins for the Yankees, followed by Pasquale for Minnesota with 6 and Bunning with Detroit with 6. ERA, Mudcat Grant for Cleveland, 1.77. Yep, that's Mudcat. Boston, team batting average, 254. So they're hitting the ball. They're actually not playing bad. I don't play any Red Sox games. Probably should have. 263 for the Yankees, 264 for Minnesota. Saves, Morgan with 6. Runs batted in, K-Line, 36. Hauser, Dick Hauser, 12 stolen bases. On base percentage, Mickey Mantle. Now let's go to the National League. New York Mets, second in team batting average, behind the Dodgers. We're at 278. They're at 282. You will not see us in the top 3 for pitching. Leading batter in the National League at a 414 clip right now. Tony Gonzalez for the last place, tied for last place. Philadelphia Phillies. Stan Musial's hitting over 400. He's hitting 402. Home runs. Frank Thomas for the Mets, 13. Followed by Wally Post with 12. Wally Post has 39 runs knocked in. Thomas is third for the Mets. From the Mets with 35. Stolen bases, Maury Wills. We saw 2 of those today. He's at 31. Sandy Koufax has struck out 102. Opponents against Koufax are only hitting 155. Saves, I think Pittsburgh, Bob Face, right? Is that his name? Roy Face, sorry. 7. Juan Marichal, D. Scott Howard's least favorite Giant, with 7 wins. And Francis for Pittsburgh, 1.67 ERA. Let's see how bad our pitching is. I think if we click here, I can't remember. Oh, let's just do pitching. Not a snapshot. Let's go pitching. I thought we could see team pitching. Oh, team pitching. There we go. Our ERA is 6.69. Our ERA is 6.69. That is horrific. Again, we've given up 273 runs. Let me click on that now. 35 home runs. That's not the worst. That's not the worst, but it's not good. Yeah, we're horrible. We are not bueno. So let's look at some horrific pitching stats. Let's go to the Mets. All right. So pitching. Our best ERA is Sherman Jones, 5.29. That's our best ERA. That's our best ERA. Most wins, Jay Hook with 4. And saves, Bob Miller with 2. Games, Ken McKenzie's been in 22 games. Oh my God, we are just horrible. This pitching sucks. But again, we can hit the ball. We can hit the ball. We can hit the ball. The lineups with the players we have, and they're not really good, we can still hit the ball. So I don't know. I think this is the first game I brought you of this 62 Mets. I'm playing it here, and I'm using also Baseball Mogul 2021, which is an open world alternate reality. In this replay, we're using as played rosters, we'll say. I make my own lineups and pitching. Let's go back to National League snapshot. And let's just click on the Mets real quick. So Joe Christopher in limited at-bats, 545. Again, really Gil Hodges, he's in limited at-bats, 2. Richie Ashburn, 318, 180 at-bats. He's had the most plate appearances, and he's batting 318. Then Mantilla, 316. Frank Thomas, 245. Neal, 273. But we only play Hodges against left-handed pitching because he wrecks left-handed pitching. I don't even think we've played him against righties, unless he's come in for defense. Against lefties, yeah, he's 0 for 6 against righties. He's only had 6 at-bats, and he struck out once. We don't play him at all against righties. It's just asinine. We have him the whole year. I think he did get hurt or something, because he didn't play a lot towards the end if you look at it with the Mets, I think. But we get him the whole year. So we use him against lefties. Pitching, I don't know what we're going to do. I do not know what we're going to do. They're awful. They're awful. We got this Vinegar Mizell. He stinks. Every one of our pitchers stinks. Who's this guy? Is this guy a new guy? Willard Hunter. Ooh, we got him from the Dodgers. May 24th, so we must have made a trade with the Dodgers when we were there. Is he horrible? Yes, 5.57 ERA. He is a lefty, though. He is a lefty. And another stinky starter, possibly. All right, so we got a pitcher. And we lost somebody. Who did we trade to get him? Let's see who's no longer available. Let's check all the players here. Oh, Bob Miller. Bob Miller is gone. Why is Bob Miller gone? Did I inactivate him? No. Oh, Sherman Jones. He's not traded. It would have said somehow maybe he went on the injured reserve or something. Or the disabled list. Because I only have 24 players. And I can add somebody. Who can we add? Let's go back. Well, yeah, Harry Chitty was pretty chitty. He's going back to Cleveland from what Captain Carl 8 said, June 15th. He sucks. All right, we can add another player. I'll see who we want to add. Obviously, someone who was on the roster. It's funny, in this, Gus Bell was god-awful. And in Baseball Mogul, everything's just going right for Gus Bell. So there you have it. The Mets lose. We were up 4-0 for the 2 innings. We're up 4-3 going into the 4th. Oh, at 4-3 going into the 5th. And it all fell apart. We lost. All right, well, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Captain Carl 8, Jim L., and once again, Jim L., thank you for the super chat. Very kind of you. D. Scott Howard, Dave Little. Check out Dave Little's wonderful YouTube channel. And D. Scott Howard has some videos. He's the Goat Whisperer. Philip Reynolds, thank you very much. And, of course, our good friend, Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. We couldn't get to win 13, so we're still on the road to 41, but we got to get to 13 first. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want treated. Greatly appreciate your time. Once again, thank you for the super chat, Jim L. Greatly appreciated. I'm here to entertain and for all of us to have some fun. The Mets can score. We can score. We just can't pitch. Till next time, I love you all. You know what's coming, folks. Not a Mets win in this one, but peace! See you soon. Bye-bye.